Hello and welcome back to Agricast, the voice of practical farming for real Nigerian farmers. I am your host, Deborah Ike. Today, we are exploring a critical question that affects every farmer, every mother, and every food vendor, and even policymakers. Can GMO help us fight hunger in Nigeria? Now, in this episode, we'll explore whether genetically modified organisms can be part of the solution to food scarcity in Nigeria. I will share real African innovations, farmer stories, and what you can do today. Nigeria is growing fast. Our population is over 220 million and rising, yet food production is struggling to keep up. Farmers are dealing with flood, drought, pests, expensive inputs, and lack of storage. In many parts of the north, rural families eat only one meal a day during lean seasons. School children in parts of Zamfara and Sokoto eat garri for lunch. This is not okay. We must produce more food and we must do it smartly. GMO crops are designed to survive what kill traditional crops. Some examples are food-tolerant rice, drought-resistant maize, insect-resistant cowpea, in brackets beans. These crops can reduce losses, reduce input costs, increase yield, especially in the face of climate change. Let's see this comment from Benue State. It reads, "We planted improved cassava from ITA. The stems survived the long dry spell. The yield was huge. No fertilizer, no wahala. Mr. Audo from Tarka local government area." Now, why not all improved varieties are GMO? Many come from the same principles, using science to beat hunger. So you might be shocked. Several African countries are already using GMO in key crops. Nigeria in 2019 approved GMO cowpea, in brackets beans, that resist the Maruca pest. Farmers now spray 18% less. Kenya just approved GMO maize for drought and pest tolerance. South Africa has grown GMO maize and cotton for over 20 years. In South Africa, maize yield went up by 24% in 10 years. That's the kind of scale we need. The African Agricultural Technology Foundation says if we adopt GMO in the right crops and train farmers well, we can reduce food exports by billions. So GMO is not magic, it is a tool. Let's be real, GMO is not a magic bullet. It won't replace good soil, irrigation, or access to markets. But imagine planting maize that survives drought in Sokoto or beans that don't need weekly pesticide in Enugu. That's real savings, that's real food security, that's impact, and that's power. So what's the catch? Every tool has its concerns. With GMO, these are the main ones: intellectual property, in brackets, companies owning the seeds, cost of seeds, public fair or market rejection. But here's what we know. Nigeria's NBMA regulates GMOs tightly. No GMO enters the market without safety check. Farmers are not forced to plant GMO. It's a choice. Education and access are key. That's why this podcast exists. Final takeaway: GMOs are not perfect, but neither is hunger. If a scientific solution helps one farmer grow more food, feed more people, and escape poverty, isn't that worth testing? We should embrace all tools that work: traditional method, organic farming, and biotechnology, as long as they are safe, affordable, and locally accepted. If this episode was impactful, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am Deborah Ike. This is Agricast, farming wisdom for the future. See you in the next episode. Bye.